If Dino has to criticize the government, let him criticize the government. He looks for the government and talks to the government. Let him expose this criticism. Because we also need to learn that sometimes criticism helps us. Once a great person, whom you admire a lot, told me in a meeting with me and with my partner, he asked how the left was in the PT, how the radicals were. And I said, I don't give a shit about meetings. We have to discuss for 4 hours. We have to discuss for 4 hours. He said to me, Lula, don't worry about that. Never be angry with the radicals, because the radicals on the left will never be able to approve what they want. But they will also not let you approve what is on the right. You will always be in the middle trying to do the things that are necessary to be done. And this is the truth of politics. It is the truth of a party. It is the truth of a party that can be tetra-president of the Republic in a little while. Obviously, there is a lot to pass under the bridge. A lot of water. Under the bridge, there's not a lot. There is water, but we have to build our team. And I have said inside PT to some colleagues that to be a candidate, I have to be very honest and sincere with myself. To be a candidate, we already know that. I need to be 100% healthy. I decided to be a candidate so that what happened to me and to Biden will never happen again. I will deceive the party and I will deceive the Brazilian people. Now, what I want to say to you is this. When I say that I am 80, I have 30 energy. You can believe it. Today I feel healthier than when I was 60 or 65 years old. I take care of myself more. There is a woman who takes care of me a lot. And I am prepared at the exact moment to tell you, and I want the opponents to know. If I am a candidate, I will not dispute, I will win. But from now on, Comrade Eredinho has a task. From now on, Comrade Eredinho has a very serious task. First, Eredinho, all the comrades who are elected to the board need to appear at the meetings. Because many times the guy fights to be in the board. He fights to be in the board, fights. And then spends 10 meetings without coming. I don't know if it is still valid. If there are 3 meetings without approval, he is out. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense for a guy to fight to be in the board. He never appears. Because every comrade who is here in the States, when he returns to the States, he cannot forget that he is from the national board and make a small policy that many times is made in his state. He has to be national board here and there in his state. In all of his states, he cannot speak as a local member. Every time he has a position, it has to be a position of the national board. Because if not, the national board is screwed every day. The guy is only the national board. He will stay in the board. Now, when he returns to his state, he will be the one to do what he wants and do what he wants. So, it is necessary, people. The PT needs, in this moment, a more diligent direction than we have had so far. The world is more complicated. Facing the far right was a fact when we saw Fernando Henrique Cardoso in the opposition. It was a civilized opposition. We even called ourselves, now it's not, man. Now the guys who are enjoying it are enemies and they treat us like enemies. You see that there's a guy who made the campaign embracing the national flag. Now he's going to the United States to embrace the American flag, to ask Trump to tax Brazilian products, to give his father an arrest. But it's the stupidity of political stupidity. So what is really happening? What is really happening is this. We are going to rescue the national flag for the Brazilian people. We are going to rescue the Brazilian national team jersey for the Brazilian people. It's not possible for fascists, Nazis, to parade with the national colors, telling lies and betraying the country. Because Tiradentes was betrayed by Joaquim Tavares dos Reis, because he wanted to make the independence of Minas Gerais. He betrayed a man. They are betraying the Brazilian people. Giving up the mandate of a congressman to go there, lick Trump's boots, and ask him to tax Brazil higher, 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 as much as he can. And in this country we have many defects. But who is Brazilian and who defends this country? It's us, the Brazilian people. And we don't give up. That's why people, I want to finish. Look. Let me tell you something about this subject. Brazil today is not as dependent as it was in the United States. Brazil has a very broad trade relationship in the whole world. We are much calmer from an economic point of view. But obviously, I will not fail to understand the importance of the diplomatic relationship with the United States, which has been going on for 200 years. I will not forget that they also gave the coup, helped in the coup. But what I want to know is what I will do from now on. From now on, they have to know that we have to negotiate. We have size, we have position, we have economic interests and political interests to negotiate. I will not give up thinking that we need to build an alternative currency so that we can negotiate with other countries. I don't want to be on the edge of the dollar. I'm not talking about this now. In 2004, we did this with Argentina. In 2004, now we want to negotiate. We want to negotiate equal conditions. Negotiate equal conditions. The United States is very big. It is the most warlike country in the world. It is the most technological country in the world. It is the most economic country in the world. But all this is very important. But we want to be respected for our size. We have economic interests. We have strategic interests. We want to grow. And we are not a republic. Trying to put a political issue to tax us economically is unacceptable. It is unacceptable. I think that a president of the republic can tax whatever he wants. Here in Brazil, it is important for you to know from time to time I mix with Alckmin. Maybe I mix with Haddad. We increase the tax on some product that we import from another country. And we increase, at most, what the WTO allows us to increase by 35%. Now he has crossed the limits because he wants to end multilateralism. He wants the return of negotiation, country to country. That is, you negotiate, a small country, negotiate with the United States. It is like a factory worker who has 80,000 workers and negotiates alone with the boss. The agreement is unanimous. You will not gain anything. So what we want actually is this. We are working. We will help our companies. We will defend our workers, and we will say the following. Look, whenever you want to negotiate, the proposals are on the table. In fact, the proposals have already been presented by Alckmin and by Mauro Vieira. So that's just it. I will continue in the same way. I am not willing to fight, not with Uruguay, not with Paraguay, not with Venezuela, not with Bolivia, not with Nicaragua, not with anyone. This country is a country of peace. This is a country, in which people want to progress. We want to grow economically. We want to make our people have a more dignified standard of living, have more education, have more culture, more leisure. That's what we want. We don't want confusion. So whoever wants to be confused with us can know that we don't want to fight. Now, don't think that we are afraid. Don't think, I, Comrade Adinho, want you to know that from now on I hope you have an interlocution with me directly, and with the ministers you want to talk to. There is no taboo, neither with you nor with any other party. We are willing to talk. You should have said here that you are proposing that we announce the sport university here in this country. And we will also announce the indigenous university in this country, so that we can guarantee that Aniele wants to have a professor at the sport university because she said she was a volleyball player. There is not a single photograph of her when she was playing volleyball. No. She said she went to the US to play volleyball when she was almost a champion. There is not a single photograph of her. Her photograph is a child in the grass because that photograph looks more like a picture of a gondola than a picture of a volleyball player. So folks, let me tell you something to finish here for real, because I have already pissed you off. You can be sure of one thing. I personally live the best moment of my life. And I live politically also my best moment. You can be sure that I am an optimistic guy. I am very motivated. Very motivated. I think I am already at least 30 years old now. I am almost 28 years old. Because my thesis, Adinho's mother, is 80 years old. I am 80 years old, my dear, on October 27th. And you know that I am not against old age. I think old age is a gift from God. We live a long time. It is a gift from God. Now, we live longer does not mean that we are old physically and mentally. When we have a cause, there is no old age that comes to us. There is no old age.